Stay savage, you boy Shino Ventura. What's poppin'? Today we are back, and guess what? After the Boruto episode, we got some motherfucking manga chapters up in this bitch. It was lit to legit. It was this shit. Oh, that was my girlfriend, by the way, because I know a lot of people are asking, who the hell was that? She know. But we had a Boruto episode, right? And on top of the Boruto episode, we got a chapter. We got manga chapter 11 for Boruto Naruto Next Generation. So if you guys are excited, if you guys are hyped, make sure you hit that like button. This intro was kind of weird. But also, you only have like a few hours left to get a Shino Bentro shirt. I know it's not like the snazziest like design ever, but you know what? It represents the logo. It shows that you represent Shino Bentro. So if you guys would like to cop that, link is in the description below. Now with that being said, we're going to talk about what happened in today's manga chapter. If you guys have not read the manga chapter, I highly recommend you don't continue watching this video because you will get spoiled. But with that being said, let's get it.
Whipping all this double bitty chopper. We fuck all you bitches at the trap house. I can't trust you, I can't give you real address. I can't trust you, I can't give you real address. It don't mean that be like Jerry Stacker. I might fall in love with my trap house.
So alright, in the last chapter of Boruto, we basically got to see Boruto hit and get ready to build up on his like background and shit like that. We started to see the development of his ninjutsu, his skill and shit like that. Kind of a lot different from the anime, which we are seeing like the characters build up, and we're starting to see them go into like the Ninja Academy. We're starting to see their character backgrounds as well as getting to know everybody individually. But the thing is, the manga did such a better job of that, to me, as my personal opinion, is because we have guidance in the manga and shit like that. They have like a Mitsuki backstory, they have a Sarada backstory. Obviously, the Boruto movie was kind of the backstory of Boruto, as well as the manga kind of leading off and basically giving us some extra loadout and some breakdown and leading some extra ties into that. So I'm gonna say this right off the bat: if you have not read this manga chapter, I highly recommend that you do not continue past this point. But if you have read it, then you do your motherfucking thing and listen to the boy sing. Well, I'm not actually singing, but I'm spitting out words, and like it might make sense to you. Alright, so basically what happened up in this manga chapter, so basically in this episode we have Boruto basically going back and protecting the son Daimyo, basically the successor to all his riches, the fortunes. This kid is like the little rich douchebaggy kid. Now honestly, reading this manga chapter was probably one of the weirdest manga chapters I've looked at in Boruto manga so far. Now a lot of people probably be like, well, why are you thinking that about this chapter? Why you have that like idealisticness about this chapter and shit like that? But a lot of people fail to realize this chapter wasn't so much about action. It was more about development. And if one thing we saw a little bit of development, not from Boruto, but from Daimyo's son Tento. I think I pronounced that right. I think I butchered both of their names wrong as fuck, but let me know in the comment section. But honestly, it was more of a development for him. We start to see him and Boruto develop a bond. You know, we see Boruto and him getting along. They start exchanging like comments and they start talking about ninja cards. And then he actually asked Boruto to show him, you know, the Shadow Clone Jutsu, you know, use the Sexy Jutsu and the Harem Jutsu as well. And then, you know, you start to get a little bit about his background. You start to see what kind of person the little kid is. You start to see like that he's not really a snob, but he's also like kind of like Boruto as the character. And as the like the manga chapter progresses, if you keep looking at the manga chapter, you start to see like this kid really is not much different from Boruto, aside from the fact that his father is rich. And the thing is, you know, by Boruto's father being the Hokage, the leader of the elite village and shit like that, Boruto's kind of well off too, because his mom is the Hyuga heiress. You know, she's the heiress to the Hyuga clan, and she's pretty much from wealth herself. I mean, so like Naruto came from the slums. If you looked at Naruto coming from the slums and you notice this about Naruto always saved his money. That's something his mother wished for him. And if you look back into the part where him and Jiraiya used to hang out, Naruto always had a big ass bucket of money. Like I'm talking about his frog purse, his frog pouch, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. He got his man purse, and that shit was always stacked with money. You know, when Jiraiya actually took his shit and used his shit, but Naruto never really spent his money. Naruto always kept his shit, so Naruto know how to manage money. And on top of him becoming Hokage, I'm pretty sure being a Hokage pays well. I mean, you are a leader of a village. If you become the president of the United States, you know that's like $400K a year. On top of, you don't have to pay for your food and your like your transportation and shit like that. All that's free. So that's like $400K accumulating for 4 years. So imagine Naruto being a Hokage for the rest of his life. At some point, he has money just constantly accumulating. So I mean, they're not completely broke, because if you look at Boruto's house and you know Naruto Ninja Storm for Road to Boruto, you see like Boruto house, like the new house for Naruto is actually pretty nice. It's pretty well off. But looking at this little kid is way beyond like rich. Like this man has a black card. Like I ain't never thought in the fucking history of my life I would actually see a black card in the Naruto universe. Like this shit was completely crazy. This man pull out a Giza. It's not called a Visa card, it's called a Giza. This man pull out a black Giza card, and you guys know a black Visa card is like the highest card you could get. You know, it's like a $15,000 limit or some shit like that, or maybe no limit or some shit. I forgot what it is about, but like that's one of the richest cards you could possibly have. And this is pretty fucking wild to see this little ass kid have it, and it goes to show how spoiled he is compared to Boruto. Now, if you guys remember, Boruto was really spoiled in the beginning of the Boruto movie. He always wanted to have new clothes. He didn't really like having dirty clothes. He believed that Naruto's old clothes were dirty, and then after a while, you know, he started to let his clothes get dirty because he started to switch idealisticness, and he started to believe in the things that Naruto was saying, and he started following behind Naruto's path. And Sasuke kind of gave him his little opinions on that shit too. So we saw Boruto start to wear the same clothes over and over again, and that's something we did see from Daimo's son. He talked about how Boruto's clothes were dirty and how they're like kind of shabby to say he was the Hokage's son and shit like that. But as the episode progresses, we start to see Tento, which is Daimo's son, we start to see him act like a little weird shit. Like, you know, he starts talking about ninja cards, right? And so as he talks about ninja cards, he talks about like the rare cards that he wants, and he basically shows off the red card that Boruto wants. Now everybody keeps saying like they don't know what the fuck this card is, but I believe the card that he wants is Sasuke. Like honestly, what other card could it be? I mean, it's Sasuke. It has to be, because we see Boruto talk about how he has almost every other card. He constantly keep getting the Hokage card, but he never got the card he wanted, and he never actually seen the card. But he finally seen it from Daimo's son book. You know, he had the big ass collection. He was talking about how he buys out the store. He completely goes in that bitch and he gets his Visa card, and he like buys out the whole store. Not Visa, but Giza. It's gonna be hard saying Giza when I know it's like Visa knockoff. This shit is really crazy. Like there's credit cards in the motherfucking Naruto universe. I understand choo-choo trains and like handhelds. I know they got cell phones and shit now, but this nigga got a motherfucking Giza, black card. This shit will forever be embedded in my brain, and I will forever understand like this shit is completely changing. Now, if we look at the kid, you know, eventually he starts opening up a little bit. He starts talking about his relationship with his father, talk about how his father never really pays attention to him, and he talks about a lot of different things about like his lifestyle. Basically, when Boruto used the sexy jutsu and basically the harem jutsu, he was saying how, you know, this would have been better if you would have been a woman with clothes on, because I'm so used to women being super sexy coming in and out of the manor, because, you know, that's kind of the women that always come to my house. So basically, he's letting us know that his dad be hiring none but prostitutes, or, you know, he got a bunch of gold digging bitches that's trying to get his money. Like this shit is actually pretty crazy to think like this little kid is paying attention to all this shit, and all this shit is transpiring in front of him. So watching this shit develop in the manga and then hearing about it, it's a little different from Naruto perspective. I mean, I guess at the same time, you know, they're taking a little bit of a more of an adult approach, but they still got to remember these kids are like 12 years old, like 12, 13 years old. And like that goes back to Sarada, basically where they over sexualized her, gave her a high ass skirt, gave her them long ass high heels. Like I was just like, what the fuck is this? I know if that shit comes, like when that shit gets to the fucking anime, they're gonna whitewash the fuck out of Sarada. Sarada probably gonna get a whole different attire. Like this shit is about to be hilarious, because they about to shaft the fuck out of the creator of that like outfit, because that shit ain't gonna fly in America. I already know. Like if you look at a lot of different JRPG games, you see how they port shit over. They like change shit up. Now looking at the kid starts talking about how his dad really respects ninjas. He talks about how powerful certain ninjas are, and he talks about how cool they are and how amazing they are. So it reminded Boruto of how, you know, his dad was a super strong ninja, and how he wanted to be like his dad when he was a kid, but his dad didn't really pay him no mind, so all he wanted to do was get him to acknowledge him. And that goes back to Daimo's son talking about how his dad never really pays attention to him, and he basically always talks about ninjas and shit like that, and he never really shows him any, like, you know, any attention. So it's like Daimo's kid wants to become a ninja, he wants to learn ninja skills, that way his father pay attention to him. So now we see like the weirdest thing I've actually seen like in the manga. This goes back to what I was talking about earlier. This is the weirdest like shit I've seen. We see a Boruto in a Konohamaru sense. Like this went from, you know, we seen the bodyguard with the bridge builder with Naruto. It was kind of like that, but it switched into a fucking Naruto and a Konohamaru, because Tento is basically Boruto's Konohamaru, because he's teaching him how to throw shurikens, because the kid wants to become a ninja. So he was telling him, in order to, you know, become strong, in order to protect yourself, you need to at least know one type of like ninjutsu or one type of thing to protect yourself. So we have my boy Tento out there protecting himself and like trying to learn how to throw shurikens properly to hit a bullseye and shit like that. So that was something that I thought was pretty cool, because I didn't expect this from this little rich bratty ass kid, because the way he was talking, he was just like, look, I got money, I don't have to do this stuff, I can call people to do shit like this for me, I can just hire a whole bunch of bodyguards. But the fact that Boruto is willing to teach him, that's some cool ass shit. And I'm honestly like really like amazed that Boruto will go through a list to do that. Like, I didn't expect Boruto to actually like be this fond of that kid in order to, you know, go ahead and make like some time to train him, because, you know, he wanted to be the body, well, he didn't necessarily want to be the bodyguard, but he wanted to take the mission. And it was one of those things where Boruto was just kind of there. So I was just like, oh shit, Boruto, you know, you actually taking the time out of your day to teach somebody something valuable. That's a lot of different from what we see from Boruto a lot of times. Pretty much ending off the chapter, because like this chapter was more about bonding, and they were just kind of like getting to know each other, talking about each other's past, talking about like their struggles with their fathers and shit like that, saying as both of their fathers have these high important roles, and they basically have this life that's dedicated to the people and not just themselves. They don't really get to spend much time with them. Now if we look and see like this butler that pops up, and he's just kind of coming after Tento, because he was like worried that he was gone, and he was like, yo, why is he off the grounds and shit like that. Tento begged him to basically continue to, you know, practice shurikens and shit like that, because he almost got a bullseye. Boruto congratulated him when he did get a bullseye. Boruto even gave him the card that he didn't have, and that was the 7 Hokage's card. That was something Boruto mentioned earlier into the manga chapters, that he had 5 of them. So it was like one of those things where Boruto rewarded him for, you know, doing really well, and we saw Boruto have a different side of him, not the normal side that we see from Boruto. Now one thing's different was this bodyguard was Boruto, right? And this guy was kind of upset with Boruto being the bodyguard, and he was like, yo, why did you take him off? Why did you like go off into a different area with him? And then like later on towards the end of the chapter, we see that the fucking butler, honestly, he has like this maniacal plan. We don't know what's about to happen, but it's obviously is involving Daimo's son, because I feel as though they're gonna kidnap him, hold him for ransom or some shit like that. And the fact that Boruto taught him how to use shurikens is gonna come in handy later on in the episode. So, you know, there's a lot of different things going on in this episode. Well, this manga chapter, not necessarily episode. I'm getting used to talking about the fucking anime now that I'm saying fucking episode and shit. So just let me know your personal thoughts and your personal opinions about chapter 12. You know, we're gonna be expecting another chapter in next month, maybe. I don't know. I know they come out on the 3rd, and it's supposed to be once a month, but I guess since the manga, the anime might be out, they might start dropping them a little bit earlier, or maybe we'll get one like back to back, maybe every 2 weeks or some shit like that. I hope they do switch up where we get a manga chapter like at least, you know, every 2 weeks or even weekly. That would be really dope just to have. But I know they don't want the fucking anime to catch up to the manga like extremely quick, because like that's something that they're trying to do. They're trying to keep like these big ass gaps, because the last chapter was like 46 pages and this chapter was like 25, so we still getting them in bulk. So let me know your personal thoughts and your personal opinions. And with that being said, my name is Shino Benchro. Make sure you take that W, not that L. Hit that like button, subscribe for daily content, and have a blessed day. See you guys later. Bye.